So my TikTok just changed drastically to all politics and mostly England that are struggling quite heavily with immigration and they're basically drowning over there, and I do feel for them. And for everybody that have seen my posts I have put up this morning about Jeff Bezos' wedding in Italy, and the Italians do not want him there at all. It's like he's trying so hard to have, I don't know, a vision of what he wants this event to be, and he's going to feel like he can't enjoy it, and after the weekend he's just going to be depressed about it. It was the completely wrong place to have his wedding at. I don't understand why he picked that, to be honest. Because the Italians are probably not going to do anything, but you can feel when someone just wants you to go home. Just leave. Why on earth are you here? And that energy is going to become like more so. It's going to be because I think Europe is just tired. We have said all of this for such a long time and no one has listened, and now it's too much and it's just went on too long. And I don't know, I saw, what was it? It was like it was a small documentary about the Swedish economy yesterday, and they said something about Sweden. This is 30 years ago, 40 perhaps. Sweden thought that we were ahead of the game in many cases, and that we didn't really see or didn't really perceived other countries as moving on, like when we went stagnant. So we ended up having a crisis because we didn't keep up with the rest of Europe, and I think that's pretty much what I'm picking up here. We have done this before. We are supposed to lead. We are supposed to kind of be the voice of reason and speak clearly and come up with, because I do see that people in Europe have a hard time getting heard, like to speak up. Maybe they speak up, but they don't really, like the way they say things might come across as like not being perceived as they should, if you know what I mean. So when I watched the documentary, that was what I kind of picked up from that the Swedish people, the Swedish parliament was so set in their way that they totally missed that other countries kind of moved past us. So we ended up in a crisis and we had to move through it and do our best to kind of get out of it. And that was some pretty harsh years. And we came from kind of good years. So it was, I don't know, it just ended with that the Swedish people actually have done a lot of work. And now we need to step up our game even more. And we are not doing that. So we're probably going to end up in the same mistake as we did back then, when we think that we are ahead of the game and then everybody else are moving past us, and we just end up having to move faster than we intended to in the first place, instead of being the one that initiate or that leads some kind of a transformation we become someone that chases it instead, and we are not good at chasing anything. We are supposed to be the calm voice that always knows what to do. Um, yeah, I think I feel sorry for Europe, to be honest. I don't think we have done anything to deserve this. It was um, like purely like good heart. We thought that we could do good, and it just ended up a disaster for everybody. And the Americans doesn't help or don't help. They just come here, they have their party and kind of trash the place, and then they leave. Which is the energy that Jeff Bezos now is kind of facing. And I'm surprised that they are surprised by it. Haven't they picked up on that already? I know that every time, like it's summer, and Greece, Italy, France is the same thing. Everybody comes, immigrants comes like 600 men every night over on a boat. It's like ridiculously amount of men like coming into Europe, um, leaving what they say is horrible places. Okay. Um, no women and children. Yeah. Um, and then we have the Americans, that the Italian people don't want Jeff Bezos there. He is kind of forcing his celebration on the Italians, and they just feel, I don't know, just, can you please leave? It's going to disturb his wedding for sure. And I don't mean that anybody will do anything, but the vibe of it, the energy of it is just going to be completely off. He's not going to get to like enjoy his celebrations. Um, he should have picked another place. I'm just, Europe is not in a good mood. We want to be in a good mood, but we are not. We have some really difficult, and we are not like the Americans that kind of hide from it and are irresponsible in any way. We feel it, and we want to do something about it. We try to speak about it, and our politicians doesn't do anything about it. So we're quite different from the Americans. They just think that they can throw a party, and then everything is fine and dandy. Europeans doesn't work like that. We are more responsible than the Americans, so I don't think they can understand it. Um, but yeah, it's just shifted. My TikTok just shifted, so I'm just seeing all the problems that Europe have right now, or has right now, and like the German, oh my god, chancellor, um, popped up. Never seen the dude ever before, so I have no idea who he is. Um, Trump always shows up on my TikTok. Oh my god, he is such an American. I just see, the more I kind of distance myself from the people from the past that I used to kind of be around, the Americans, I just see them more and more in Trump. Like, it's so fitting. They are all like that. He is America. He could do a lot. He could, like, he doesn't give an F, and yet he doesn't. He plays the safe. Like, he doesn't need politics. He doesn't need the job. He doesn't need, and yet he doesn't do what he's supposed to do. There's like so typical American, and he probably looks at everything and just go, oh well, let's celebrate instead, or where are the cameras? Or, that's a typical American. Um, and I'm not so sure that um, Europe is going to be the most fun places to vacation in moving forward. We are tired emotionally, financially. We have a war in our backyard. We have the Russian president, or at least Sweden have, kind of courting us. Even when we have our celebration, he kind of forcing us to look up in the sky and remind ourselves that he's still watching, he's still there. Like, don't forget me. Yeah, no, who can ever forget you? Um, it's a lot. I think Europe has, and the immigration thing, and you just see all these boats and they never stop. I've seen those before, and just knowing that, like, all those men, because it's only men, um, is in London now. Like, and it's hundreds upon hundreds. And when they say no, when we say England, the Brits say no, we don't want you here, they just move to France. And then they hanker down there and probably do some illegal shit because they're bored, you know. Um, and then France say, no, we don't want you either. Okay, so they just move on to the next country, and they can do that for an extremely long time. Um, and now it's just getting out of hand. It has gotten out of hand like a few years ago, but now it's just ridiculous. So I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird vibe. And then just Jeff Bezos come and just, I'm going to spend $48 million on my wedding in a venue where no one wants him to be near. Like, go away. So he just I think it's just, he adds to like the problem. He's not the fun guy. He's not the one kind of adding positive vibes or the fairy tale. You know, people can kind of be lighten up if there was some kind of a cute story or something. He's not even marrying that. It's not like we can, it's not like a Cinderella story. You know what I mean? It's like nothing. It's just him celebrating him for being rich. That is pretty much the vibe I'm getting from the Italian people. He isn't doing anything. Like, he's not helping cleaning anything up either. He's going to be extremely depressed after the wedding. He's going to try to be joyful and to kind of do the right thing, and when everything is over, it's just going to be completely darkness for him. I don't know why I'm laughing. I just feel like that's how Europe is feeling, and they are so wrong venue. Oh dear Lord, he should have picked somewhere else. Just because Italy and Venice is such a beautiful place doesn't mean it's going to be joyful. Well, I think I'm done now.